Local presentation of Read About It is made possible in part by a grant from Cox Communications of Oklahoma City, proud sponsor of this effort to promote reading, education, and literacy in our community.
Ghosts and treasure hunts in Regency, England will be the topic on Read About It tonight. Hi, I'm BJ Williams. With me is June Calvin to talk about My Lady Ghost. Susie Beasley will talk with Fran Herbert. Kids Corner will feature Ronna Davis. We also have Doug Benton, Gary Rodriguez, and Kent Gordon to tell us about books. Coming up, June Calvin.
Read About It, a public service program of the Metropolitan Library System. Your host, BJ Williams.
Okay, June, you've got a book now that features mystery. It's got, of course, romance, since it's a Regency romance, but it's got a ghost, and it's got all kinds of misunderstandings in it in your new book.
And a treasure.
And a treasure. A treasure actually from the time of the Roundheads and the Cavaliers.
Right.
So, and people who need the treasure, most of all.
Everybody thinks they need a treasure.
Right.
And part of the mystery is why this treasure hasn't been found through the years. And the hero and the heroine have to work to figure this out before they can find the treasure.
Well, you have a Marquis, I'm never quite sure, Marquis, who has kind of constituted himself the guardian of a very lovely young and impoverished young widow.
Yes.
And they seem to have fallen in love with each other, but there's some problems strewn along the way.
Yes, he has seen his father suffer greatly in his second marriage after his own mother died. His stepmother ran all over his father and made him do things, or he thinks made him do things, that led to the death of his father and his younger brother. So Thorne is very, very leery about marriage. And he has an heir, a double first cousin, who could be an heir, except that he's a wastrel, a gambler, a drunk, and just all-around bounder at the time that the story begins. And so he's beginning to think he's going to have to marry. He falls in love with Allison. Unfortunately, Allison has been married. She's a widow. She was married for 6 years and had no children. So since his purpose in deciding finally to marry would be to get an heir, that complicates matters greatly if he marries the woman he loves.
Well, he did make her an offer.
Yes, yes. An improper offer.
A very improper offer.
In a moment of passion, he knew better. He's basically a very decent person. In a moment of passion, he decides that maybe she would be his mistress. And as soon as she realizes that's what he has in mind, why, she's very insulted. She leaves his home where she'd been living with her mother and goes off to try to earn her living as a music teacher.
But she sort of falls in with the young heir who is also very interested in money.
Yes, James needs money desperately. His father had left him on a very tight string because he knew what kind of a kid he was. And he left Thorne as his financial guardian, although Thorne's only about 4 years older than him. And James naturally resents this because Thorne is so near his own age. They had been childhood playmates along with Allison, the heroine. And so James and Allison kind of put their heads together and start thinking about this treasure that has been lost for so many years. All three of them, Thorne, Allison, and James, are heirs to the treasure. And they decide to look for it, but they reach this decision separately. And so they all kind of converge on the castle, which Thorne has forbidden anyone to go to, since that's where his father died, trying to find the treasure.
And there's a lady guardian, or a lady ghost, who's the guardian of the treasure.
The lady ghost of the title was the daughter of the man who buried or hid the treasure. And she has sort of hung around for centuries trying to find the true heir or heirs and show them the treasure. Unfortunately, every time she tries to do this, somebody takes the wrong turn, falls off of a wall and dies.
Oh dear.
So she's gotten a kind of a bad reputation.
Through no fault of her own.
So when Allison goes to the castle, she sees the ghost better than almost anyone ever has. And she realizes that she's really trying to warn people away from this dangerous spot and lead them somewhere else. Allison Thorne ended up following them. And I have to admit, writing that part of the book kind of gave me the creeps. It made me claustrophobic.
Oh, really?
Because they're down in these tunnels under the ground, and they get trapped there and kind of buried for a while and have to crawl through smaller tunnels. And it just, I'm slightly claustrophobic anyway, and so all the time I was writing that, I was going, ooh, let's get them out of here.
But you did such a good job of it, Jude. The emotion sort of rang true.
Yes.
You might say. Well, to complicate matters, we have a lady's maid who sees all kinds of ghosts.
Yes.
And we have a really bad guy. There is a real villain in this
Yeah,
piece.
he's one of my nastiest villains. He wants the treasure too. And he follows them, traps them, makes a pretty good start on getting away with the treasure. But there's one of my favorite things about the story is are the geese. The watch geese.
The watch geese. Well, I understand geese can be very effective watchdogs.
Yes, I saw on a Channel 13 special one time a really cute thing. It showed these flock of geese just running this way and that and hissing at people who would come in. That's where I got the idea for the watch geese. And they help prevent the villain from escaping.
Yeah. So in the end, everybody lives happily ever after.
Well, of course, this is a romance.
That's absolutely right. Did you do much research specifically for this book?
I did quite a bit, and this is my first book in which I did a lot of my research on the internet. And it's a useful tool, and it's kind of a double-edged sword because, for instance, I asked some people on one of the lists I belong to give me a little information about medieval history and early modern when the Cromwellian thing was going on. And I was just deluged. I had like 1 million emails in my inbox. I could have written 3 books on what they sent me.
Well, let's hope that you do.
And that was all for about 1 line.
One line. Oh dear. Well, as they tell librarians when they're training to be reference librarians, you have to learn precisely what question to ask.
Right.
You have to limit it
I
a
think
little
I
bit.
didn't limit it quite enough.
Well, we have just a brief time, June, but you might mention what you have coming up next for us.
Okay, in July of next year, I have Siege of Hearts, which is about a veteran of the Waterloo battle and a very shy, plain Jane, younger sister of a very beautiful older sister. And the hero accidentally compromises her. And she doesn't want to marry him because she knows that, or thinks she knows, that he's attracted to her beautiful older sister. And so they have to work out all those problems.
Oh dear. Well, I'm sure that in the end they will work everything out.
That is the great security of the romance genre, is you know you're going to get the happy ending.
Well, I think that's why a lot of people buy them.
Well, it is, of course.
I mean,
we can get enough unhappy endings in our own life.
or no ending at all.
Yeah.
I mean, life, the ending is so permanent to life, and otherwise we just seem to get bits and snatches of this and that, and we never actually see the ending. So it's very nice to know you can pick something up. It's well written, well researched,
Thank
if
you.
it's got June Calvin's name on it, and enjoy it very much. I want to thank you, June, and we'll have you back when Siege of Hearts is out.
Great.
We've had with us today June Calvin talking about My Lady Ghost. It's available at your library and your favorite bookstore. Coming up next, we have Susie Beasley and Fran Harbert with something they'd like to share with you.